Super Bowls aren't won in November, but holy smokes, did it feel like as close as you can possibly get yesterday. 22-19 is the final. Denver over Kansas City. They improve to 9-2, a staggering 6-0. Perfect at home at Mile High. The Chiefs now 1-4 away from Arrowhead. Their chances at winning yet another AFC West divisional title are all but dashed, and it was yet again a fourth quarter come from behind cardiac Broncos. Bo Nix goes 4 for 6, 62 yards passing, and gets in, yes, almost a year to date, Will Lutz from 35 yards out. And no, this one isn't blocked. It sails right through the uprights on a perfect day at Empower Field. That should feel cathartic.
Cathartic. And there was a receiving of a torch that you felt was passed. And it was the tears of Andy Reid, the tears of Patrick Mahomes, the tears of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift that were drowning all of Chiefs Kingdom as the Broncos take over the AFC West stranglehold. And what you can see now, this was a proof of concept game, Raj. Proof of concept that, you know what? As much as I've been talking about Darren Rizzi, his special teams units were fantastic yesterday.
You can make the argument it's the reason why they won the football game.
You talk about a year ago in the same contest, blocked field goal, you have the same opportunity to have retribution and you do it. And you pass it with flying colors, not to mention Marvin Mims Jr. returning as a special teams demon that he continues to be. 3 returns for 101 yards, including a 70-yarder. You won the little field position battles all throughout the day. And then, of course, I think this is the best that the offense has played in a big spot for 4 quarters against a good defense. And that was proof of concept for Sean Payton and Bo Nix. And so I guess what? There's only one thing I can tell you. St. Sean, the patron saint of narcissism. We got to keep this puppy lit.
The light stays flickering. Buy more matches, coach. That thing ain't going off. And yes, the patron saint of narcissism, you heard him after the game. He would enjoy the win, brother. Enjoy the win. It's okay. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, we're cheering for you, man.
We are.
We want you to look good.
Everyone is thrilled.
Like, we want the offense to look good. We're not rooting against you. I promise.
And you know what the best part about it is? Like, we have so much to get into about this game. So much to dive into. Obviously, we will go through the big play replay coming up in about 10 minutes.
The return of Raj for the big play replay?
My favorite part of the week is a Broncos win big play replay. And we haven't been able to do that against a Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs unit. We did it last year, right? In the final week of the season, and that's a fake win.
It doesn't quite hit the same with Carson Wentz, does it?
No, it doesn't. It hits absurdly different coming off of Sunday's win. We'll get into that in about 10 minutes from right now. We will dive into Riley Moss and what's happening with his pass interference a little bit later. We want your texts, 303-504-0925 on the Sean Mazda text line. We want your calls. Call us today. This should feel great. I want to feel your passion about this win. I felt the tingle yesterday. I was about to text you guys. I didn't. I don't know why. I had a brain fart.
Just know that our show thread is a safe space for you, Raj. If you need to verbalize or in writing express a tingle, we're here.
Like,
We're here to tell you that your tingle is justified.
I didn't have the tingle even last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
Going into the Buffalo game, I was like, you're here and you've kind of already won your season already. It doesn't matter.
Didn't it feel like you were in the losers bracket or consolation bracket? Even though it wasn't, like clearly wasn't. You were in the playoffs.
Everything had to go your way.
You weren't winning.
You had to knock Josh Allen out of the game.
It was like, man, look at us. We get a participation trophy, and it is awesome.
Yesterday felt more important than the Bills playoff game last year. And you know why this win feels so good to me? It's because I'd rather the offense look like that in that type of win. Do I want them to not score any touchdowns? Of course not. But like, Bo was solid.
Do you remember
24 of 37, 295 yards. Now, the rushing attack wasn't great. 21 attempts, 59 yards. You do get a score on the ground. But it's not like you had this game where the offense exploded and it felt like an anomaly. You won that game and you get to look back at it and go, that's kind of the offense I expect. That's average to above average 2025 Broncos offense. And you won with it. You didn't win with this crazy. There wasn't a 75-yard touchdown pass. There wasn't a 60-yard run where you have to look back and say, oh, the numbers are inflated. You won with who you are.
Do you remember our grammatically incorrect bit that we ran with pretty hard last week in preparation for this Chiefs-Broncos matchup?
Play good.
You got it. You know what you got to do offensively? You just got to play good.
You just got to play good.
Yeah. How'd they play? Hey, Raj, how did the offense play last night?
They played good.
They played good. That's all you needed.
Good.
Is that not true, though? Like, when you look at the 2024 Sean Payton, Bo Nix marriage, you know what it was? It wasn't a Nicholas Sparks love story. It wasn't passionate lovemaking and sucking each other's faces in the rain. It was a good marriage. Like, how are Sean and Peyton, like last year's Sean and Bo, how are they? They're good. I just want good. I don't need the notebook.
They're getting the kids through college?
Yeah, it's good, man. Hey, you know what? They might even stay together for the kids. It's okay. They're good. They're good. And you know what? After a couple Super Bowls, that's when the kids go off to college. Yeah, it might end up. We might see a divorce. We might see one.
See each other at the weddings down the road.
It's funny, right? Bo had a QBR of 43 and no touchdowns. So, Army vet right here on the Shot Mazda text line. Keep him coming hardcore, 303-504-0925. He did enough not to lose. The defense won. Yeah, we're great with that. We wanted just good. He threw for nearly 300 yards, y'all.
And 62 of those came on a 10-play, 58-yard, 2-minute and 59-second drive against the Kansas City freaking Chiefs. Like, he gets it done when it matters. We talked about the offense being so bad last week in what was an abysmal performance against Las Vegas. But what did we say? The silver lining in all of this, through these now 8 straight wins, is while it hasn't looked good on offense, in the fourth quarter, you're learning how to win games. Mm-hmm. And that is a skill that has to be learned on the field in tight matchups. Why do you think it feels so impossible to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, even when you've been knocking on the door for so many years? I'm not saying you've been knocking on the door of a Super Bowl as Broncos fans, but you've kind of been a thorn in the side of the Kansas City Chiefs. But you haven't found a way to beat Patrick Mahomes when it comes down to it because, well, what's the thought process? Mahomes just wins in those situations. He just finds a way to get it done. All you have to do is look back at the 17 seconds left on the clock against the Buffalo Bills, right? That's Patrick Mahomes. They had to be in those situations and learn how to do that. That's what's happening before your eyes with Bo Nix. I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but the dude wins in the fourth quarter.
Raj, I want to ask you and KJ and all of our awesome listeners, our sprinters here, to get yourself in a DeLorean and just go back yesterday. Just take that DeLorean and time travel back when Patrick Mahomes gets the football.
Feels like a waste of the DeLorean.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it as much as you want. Nowadays, it's probably AI powered. It doesn't need a flux capacitor anymore. But go back and say, when Patrick Mahomes got the ball against this Denver Broncos defense, game on the line, was just inside of 4 minutes to go when he had the football. I think he ended up going 3 and out in that drive. Did you feel that same inevitability that you felt 5 years ago with Patrick Mahomes with the ball in his hands? I didn't. Not at all. I wasn't scared. I was not scared. It felt very different.
The morning show used the word calm. I was not calm, but I felt like they could do it. Calm was nowhere near my headspace.
What about just Pat? Just Pat Mahomes, ball in his hands, chance to really take this thing and go win the game.
They tried the 3 deep balls over the head of your safeties and corners and obviously got the 2 pass interference calls on Riley Moss, the big 61-yard reception to Thornton over Jaquan McMillan. I was nervous about something like that happening. I was not nervous about Patrick Mahomes orchestrating this perfect cut you up drive. I was nervous about it's 3rd and 20 and you think the game is over and he launches a 60-yard ball and then laundry flies in the air. That's what I was nervous about.
Did we not get to the point over the last 9 years, but certainly the last I'd say between 7 and then even maybe 2 years ago, where you just expected Patrick Mahomes to be surgical in that moment on a 2-minute drive, 4-minute drive, whatever it may be. and even exhaust the entirety of the play clock and play 4D chess to give Harrison Butker a chance to win the game, and you never touch the football again. It didn't feel that way. It did not feel that way to me.
You did it without Patrick Surtain and Alex Singleton. You did it without the best defensive player in football.
And you actually did it on offense and had your most efficient, clean, and I'd say timely offensive day without by far your best running back. And we learned that yesterday.
Yeah, there was not a rushing attack.
We missed J.K. Dobbins.
As good as Troy Franklin was, there were a couple of drops in there.
He was targeted 8 times, and he caught 4 balls. That's not a good target to catch rate.
I mean, he had 2
They were
big
monster
time
plays.
catches.
And when you have a guy that can get behind the defense, 50% target to catch rate, you'll take it, but you don't love it. You love when you have days like Cortland Sutton has where the target to catch rate is nearly 100%.
That's why I'm saying this should feel awesome. You beat it's not like Kansas City's injured. You beat a healthy Kansas City unit today. Rather Sunday. That's the Kansas City Chiefs team that was in the Super Bowl last year. It's the same team.
They're not 15-2.
They're not missing Chris Jones. They're not missing healthier. Xavier Worthy.
They're healthier right now than they were for majority of last season. Minus Pacheco, who was hurt all last year as well.
Yeah, they did it without Pacheco.
And Kelsey looked like a bag of milk a year ago. He looked like me playing tight end.
He's much better this year. And you know what? Kelsey had a good game.
He's awesome.
There was one drive where Mahomes and Kelsey went surgical. One drive. And you can deal with that. The defense is elite. The offense was good enough.
It was good.
And you know what?
It's good.
I know Kansas City, I chose them to win this game 23-20. My caveat was whoever has the football last is going to win the game. I just thought it was going to be Mahomes because for a decade, it's always been Mahomes who's had the ball in his hands last. Bo Nix is proving that he can do it. And the defense is proving that if you get the ball in Bo's hands with 3 minutes to go, he's going to get you in the spot you need to be in. What a feeling. What a feeling. 22-19. Broncos win over the Chiefs.